Welcome. I'm your host, Dustin.
I'm also Dustin.
Dude, I can't with you. And here
What?
we are
I'm
on
advertising.
SCREAMBOX Essential Picks number 44. Dude,
It's
we're
close. We have big plans for 50, just so everyone knows.
We do, and I'm trying to cook something up that will be in tandem with that, and that will be announced probably during that episode. But we can't be doing this episode just by ourselves, so we have somebody with us today. Would you like to introduce who we have today, Dustin?
Yes, we got Anna, aka the Scream Queen, aka one of the tallest people I know because she puts shit on the top shelf so no one can reach it.
Hello, fellas. I'm happy to be here. Yes, I do. I am the reacher of things.
I
the
feel
tall
that.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
Oh yeah, it's great to have you here, Anna. This is your second SCREAMBOX Essential Picks you've done with us, right?
Yes, it is. I love the format of these. They're fun.
The Abaddon Hotel.
I mean,
the Abaddon Hotel.
I enjoy it a lot too because of how short these are, and also a lot of people love these episodes because it allows them to find some other movies to watch on SCREAMBOX. Because as we know, this service is growing so much. We just got our email of all the things that they're releasing this month, and it's a lot.
The amount of shit that they're dropping. I'm trying to look it up right now, real quick. The amount of shit that they're dropping. This month alone, there are 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There's 19 titles coming out in December alone, man. Which
Insane. For
a streaming service to continuously add titles to their service that frequently at that rate, we're never gonna catch up, man. We're never gonna catch up. But it's nonstop. They're not stopping, so we're not fucking stopping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Extremely
It's more
true.
work for us to do.
Hell yeah for hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And we have two really good movies here, and they're both holiday. One is current holiday, and one is holiday of past, or holidays that you live in.
Yeah.
So Anna, you brought us what movie? What did you bring us today?
I brought Black Christmas from 1974, the original.
Fuck yeah.
Bob Clark classic. And I love Bob Clark. A lot of people don't realize, like, he created 3 iconic films that people watch around holiday seasons or just like in dorm rooms. You know, you've got Porky's, A Christmas Story, and Black Christmas. It's crazy to think that he made 3 movies like that are so just ingrained in movie history.
Yeah. And they're all so different.
Since we're on this topic right now, Anna, do you have movies you watch every Christmas day? What are they?
Christmas Day or Christmas season?
Christmas Day movies.
Yeah. Gremlins.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The original Grinch, and
the animated one with Boris Karloff.
Correct. And then we also watched the new animated Grinch, which I love, with Benedict Cumberbatch when he voices the Grinch. My daughter grew up with it. It's her favorite Grinch, and honestly, it's cute as shit. If you have not seen it, it's a blast.
It ain't no Jim Carrey.
I am not the biggest fan of the live action Grinch.
All right, I gotta go.
I'm right there with you. All right, Anna. This is not your show.
Here.
You can do the rest of SCREAMBOX.
Yeah.
Oh
no. Dustin, what about you? Do you have movies you watch on Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, yes, it is actually the Jim Carrey, the Grinch, that one. And
this is not pudding. What is it?
What is it? That one, A Christmas Story, even though that one is overplayed as shit. Definitely that one. And I usually rotate my horror movies, but Black Christmas is usually the original. I usually try to put that one on both on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because I feel like it fits so well. So yeah. So, yeah. How about you, man?
Yeah, I got 3, and they have been the same 3 movies for the past 20 years.
Oh.
I watch Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, which is it's a Jim Henson production. I love Jim Henson. I love that movie a lot. Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. That's a necessity. And then I also watched a movie called March of the Wooden Soldiers. It's a Laurel and Hardy movie, and that movie is the original take on Babes in Toyland.
Oh,
okay.
If you want some nightmare fuel, give that movie a watch.
hell yeah, dude.
It's pretty. I watch it every year on Christmas Day. Like that's it. And I have like I grew up with that movie. Like I started the tradition of the three movies like 20-ish years ago, but I grew up with March of the Wooden Soldiers. So do yourself a solid. Watch it. And Laurel and Hardy are fucking funny, and so
yeah.
Why not?
I'll have to add that for sure. But I guess before we get into your little review for Black Christmas, Anna, we're going to go right over to Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Right. So keep in mind, this came out in 1974, okay? And we have a total of 42 reviews for the critics. So Anna, where do you think it's sitting at?
I'm really surprised that there's not more than 42 critic reviews by this point. But I'm going to do 75.
Okay. Dustin, what about you?
What does that look for? I might have nailed it.
I swear to God. I'm going to say 83.
What did you say?
83.
83? Do you want to re-roll that?
No.
No?
Sticking to my guns.
Okay. 71%.
No way. I swear I didn't look.
$1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
All right, now moving on over to the audience score, which has over 10,000 ratings. Anna, where do you think this is
That's
sitting?
more like it.
Yeah, I'm going to go high on this one. I think this, I mean, like I said, it's well known with people other than just horror fans. So I think it's going to be higher. I'm going to go 92.
Okay. What about you, man?
It's essentially the first slasher movie, right? Like that's what this movie is.
Hey, well,
it's around the same time
like
as Texas Chainsaw came out.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I mean, people had seen Psycho before that too, and like Peeping Tom.
Yeah, I like. What'd you say, Anna?
92.
92. I'll say 84.
Man, I was really hoping you're going to get this one. 76%.
Dang. That's a little low. But
that's close.
It's decent though for
yeah.
What was the critics? 73?
Not certified fresh, which is a crime in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the critic score for that one?
The critic was 71.
71 and 75?
76.
Oh, so but that's what we were talking about earlier in a prior episode, man. It's like the how close they are between the two ratings.
Yeah.
For this one. So
yeah, pretty crazy. So Anna, what besides it being the Christmas season, what drew you to picking this one for this episode?
For one, I think the original's the best. I don't think I have not seen the 2019 remake, but I have listened to a couple of podcasts review it, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't even know if I want to deal with it and watch it. But I think it's one of those movies that's kind of cemented in film history that you have to see, whether you're a horror fan or not, like I said. And with Bob Clark attached, and this is also 4 years before Halloween. So I think John Carpenter was more than inspired by some of that, at least. I feel like it made its mark with not just moviegoers, but filmmakers as well.
Oh, for sure.
And the use of what I like about it in this is the atmosphere. I mean, there was When a Stranger Calls kind of introduced the whole, like, the killer's inside the house, on the phone, that kind of thing. But still, for 1974, the things that this guy is saying to them on the phone, and has been, because the girls say, oh, the moaner's calling again. Like, this guy's already been kind of calling them and harassing them. And then at the start of the movie, he decides to show up and actually like kill them and stalk them in their house. That's basically the plot of the story. But just the use of atmosphere and less is more creates so much more than like the biggest budgeted movie we can see today. And there's a lot of hot button topics in it. I feel like that Bob Clark had a lot of balls to make in 1974, especially there's an abortion subplot going on in there, which was definitely not talked about back then. And just how it's a female-led cast that carry the whole movie. The men in it are dumb. I'm sorry, no offense, guys. all the love, but the cops are just they're out of their league with this guy, and I just love it. I'm trying to like harness all my thoughts into one, but there's so much about it that I love and that I go look for in movies. And the characters, as little time as we spend with them, really feel fleshed out. I love the sorority mother who's drunk and she's like this character all the time. And there's a really a nice sisterhood that you feel kind of the tensions between some of them. Maybe these two don't like each other that much and these two are kind of closer. And I feel like it's fleshed out even in the short amount of time we get with them. Mm-hmm. And the red herring subplot is great. And it's really a whodunit. Like that's my thing that's why I'm the Scream Queen. That's why I love slashers. I love like whodunits and who's the guy behind the mask. That's why I grew up loving Scooby-Doo. So that's kind of what I like about this one too. And we don't know who this guy is. He's just somebody calling him. And then all of a sudden we don't see him. We are him stalking these girls. That makes it even creepier that we're kind of now in the position of the killer killing these girls right along with him. So there's a lot of creep, a lot of good discussion as far as the subplots and things going on in it and women's rights and all that. And it's just a good movie. It's just a good fucking movie from start to end. And I can't recommend it enough. If you've never seen it, it's on SCREAMBOX. Go check it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon?
I love that movie.
Love that movie.
That is my most recommended movie of all time. But
I love it.
The character, like his mentor, like I only know him by her real name, unfortunately. The dude that's like buried, like his mentor, the old guy that's in the movie.
He was the Herschel from The Walking Dead, right?
Herschel from Walking Dead, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's been like speculation since that movie came out that his character, because he talks about how the slasher genre is a business. Like he talks about these people like he knows them, like Freddy, Michael, Jason. There's been speculation since that movie came out that he is Buddy from this movie. Like Killer from this movie. Like that's like
that's my gosh. Like some lore. Oh my gosh, dude. That's so cool to think about like that.
Just think, because I mean, how else would he like know these people like that? You know, like especially like how the time difference between the two, you know?
Yeah.
And then he talks about, you know, he goes in for one night, does what he does, and gets out. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's a lot of speculation that that's who this is. Which I think is really
cool.
rad.
Yeah, I do too. That's dope.
Yeah. As for me, I need to revisit this movie because I don't remember too much of it, other than the kills, obviously. But I just want to go back and I want to revisit and get the details again. So I have little to no input on it, unfortunately. So,
Dustin, what about you?
Little D.
Yeah, I mean, this movie, I saw definitely at an early age, along with like all the other like classic movies, especially around this time. And I remember liking it. I don't know if I was ever scared. I know I definitely like creeped out in certain ways of being like, what if this guy's in my house? But yeah, I love the whole like aesthetic to it and the tension, because there's a lot of tension in this movie, and you focus really on this main girl, and you're like, okay, you think everything's going to be okay. And obviously, there's other characters coming to and from, and there's all these subplots going on, and like other topics you were talking about earlier, Anna, that's going on within this movie. And for it to be based around Christmas too, I think it really, in a way, probably gave the middle finger to a lot of like religious folk back then of things like that around Christmas, which is another reason why I really enjoy this movie, because of how outspoken it is in a lot of those topics, and for how different it was. And you weren't really seeing movies like this, especially during that time.
Right.
And to see pretty much an all-female cast was also something you don't really see a whole lot of. Even I guess today, there's still like, it's still kind of coming out with a lot more just female like leads and everything in movies and in shows. But this movie is one that you say it and people are like, oh yeah, I know it from, whether it's the kill with the plastic wrap over her face, there's
iconic.
that one, or the phone calls, or the stupid cops. It's like, oh yeah, I know that movie. And for it to also be remade twice, I think it really goes to show how, I guess, beloved in a way that this movie is. I mean, Bob, he did so much in the time that he was making movies, and I don't remember when he passed, but I think it was early in 2000s, right? I think is when he passed away. But
I can find out for you right now.
Yeah, he made a lot of really important films that are still talked about today, and it's one I can't hold higher when it comes to slashers or the whodunit aesthetic. It's great, and if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I know.
I really don't.
Yeah, no, it's like you were just saying, like it touched on a not so touched on topic by being a horror Christmas movie, let alone all the subplots Anna was talking about. Which I think that's what the huge appeal of it is.
Yeah.
It's almost like taboo,
Yeah,
for
really.
Sure.
And for 1974, you have this girl saying, I'm pregnant and I want to have an abortion. This is what I'm going to do. And this guy who is he has this career as a pianist, but it's not going too well. And so it's almost like he wants her to continue to have this child so he can have some purpose in life, when she's the one who's wanting to, like, they're in college, obviously. Like, she's got her own plans and her own aspirations, and this is unfortunately a bump in the road. And for him to just think that you have to do this because this is like my livelihood. Like, well, no. For her to be in this movie, and this plot to be in this movie in the 70s, and for a female to say, no, this is what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
That took fucking balls, dude. It really did. And I think it, like you said, Lil D, it was like a middle finger to all those conservatives who thought they might have been going to get a Christmas movie. Boy, they weren't.
Fuck no.
Bob Clark passed away in 2006.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. He
Icon.
did so much. But yeah, definitely go check out this one on SCREAMBOX, because there's a lot of movies on there. But this, out of all the essentials we've done around this time, this is a fucking essential. Like, you need to get like 2 hours out of a day, go watch this. You're gonna have a fucking
Get some
blast.
Christmas tree cakes.
Yeah,
Oh
tis
my
the
God,
season,
dude,
man.
Don't even. I bought a box
you don't
the
even.
other day, and I was like, this is gonna last me an entire week. I fucking ate the entire box in an hour, and I felt
so
sick.
good.
God, dude, so good.
The Little Debbie factory is close to me where I live.
Oh, that's
Yeah, dude.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's like less than an hour away. Like probably like 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes. We got a Little Debbie park near us too.
Oh my God, dude, go get us Christmas trees, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I'm
please,
on it.
please.
Yeah. Okay.
But Anna, thank you so much for bringing that one onto this list.
Sure.
It's definitely needed, especially around this time. So,
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, it was
now-
between it and Hell House 3, so I was like, I kind of want to be festive. I'll go with Black Christmas.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll get to that Hell House soon.
Yeah,
But
it's coming.
Yeah.
for the next pick, other Dustin brought Creeping Death. And for those of you who know, we've had Matt and Tyler on not that long ago on here, and we did a full deep dive on this. I think we did spoiler free too, which is very rare that we did that. I think it was spoiler free for the most part.
Yeah. We also made fun of Mikey for eating wax lips as a kid.
We did.
Oh,
and then
those
I think
Halloween
I sent him a
wax
picture
lips.
too. But yeah, this was a movie that we hold really high this year. But do you want me to jump into Rotten Tomatoes before you start diving in?
Let's knock it out of the way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna save you both from having to guess any of it because there isn't any.
0.
What?
0 on both.
You said
Oh.
0.
Damn it.
0.
Damn.
It's a fairly new movie too. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, it ran its circuit in the indies, or in the festivals.
Yep.
He just actually had like a limited theater run, which was super rad to see. They've been putting in work for this, man. Like seeing what Matt and Tyler are doing now, with Creeping Death, like the merch, the limited theater runs,
Oh, dude, it's so sick.
live screenings, like. They were both in the the Ice Nine Kills video with Art the Clown.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they got invited out to go do that. Like a lot is taking off for them, which is super awesome.
Hell yeah.
Super stoked. But yeah, I brought Creeping Death because I wanted to shine light on a movie that we've kind of talked about. I don't think we did like an actual episode on it. We just interviewed.
No, it's. I think we. You go
Maybe.
talk and I'll
Yeah.
correct that.
I just wanted to. I'll fucking correct it.
I'm
I just
pretty
wanted to
good
bring
in
light to this
episode.
because, Anna brought a holiday movie, so I have to trump it with another holiday movie. And with it being Halloween, the Ishi is such a cool fucking creature that these guys brought, to picture, because we don't get a lot of Irish folklore like that unless it's a fucking leprechaun.
Right.
Like that's what we'll
point.
get. The Ishi, I love the idea of a monster that is all about trick or treating. Like you have to leave this fucking sack of whatever out for it.
Mhm.
And the fact that it gathers up what it can, like attire wise, like that's why he was wearing blue jeans, ponchos, because that's who he just killed this person to get this fucking poncho. He just killed that person to get blue jeans. Like they're not all going to look the same, but in this movie, like the comedy is there when it hits, the gore is there when it hits. Like the practical shit that's in this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
The creature design is phenomenal. His reveal
Mhm.
is not. It's minimal, but it's very, very effective. Like we don't get a lot of the Ishi until shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And when it does, it doesn't stop. So the movie is based around Matt's character who has to take care of his terminally ill mother on Halloween when in town because he got accepted to college, and all of his friends come over, and then they end up going they go to like their neighbor's house and they go to steal something from his fucking basement, and they end up taking the sacrificial sack that this guy was going to put on the porch. And that's when the Ishi comes and starts fucking wrecking havoc. Picks his friends off one by one. There was a point in this movie where you thought Matt's character was going to go up to his mother's room and kill her.
Yeah.
Because his friends persuaded him to.
Dang.
Yeah.
Like I said, there are comedy. There's backstabbing. There's twists. I could like we
twist.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Always like a
There's
good twist.
in the back, that asshole. I brought it up to Matt and Tyler. Like I can see living in in a shared universe with like the barn. So if you've ever seen the Barn movies, you will love the feeling of this. This movie puts you in an absolute Halloween mood when you watch it. Like the vibe is there of just winter leaves. The color orange is very prevalent in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's sad at the top for a while, right? Like for a good 3 months,
I think so. It originally broke top 10, and then I think it went down to top 3. I don't know if I think it actually still might be in
I'll
the
have to look.
top.
But the art for this movie is sick. Sound design is awesome. I can't recommend this movie enough. Dustin, what you got on it?
1 second, I'm trying to see if it. Oh nope, it dropped out of the top 10. But
That's okay. I mean, it's a seasonal movie. You know,
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
can guarantee you, September of next year when it rolls around, this is going to be a movie that's going to be pushed again. I can't wait because he talked about a physical release. I need it.
Me
I
too.
need it. I need the
SCREAMBOX.
behind the scenes stuff.
Bloody disgusting.
I need
Come
it.
on.
Also, he did mention that there is a short film that this movie spawned from, and we may or may not have it on a list for another segment we do.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so before I jump into what I thought, I am going to let you know that we did a Creeping Death SCREAMBOX exclusive before we did an interview.
Oh, so we did do that.
We did do
Listen,
an episode on it.
October was like a steamroll, dude. Like that month.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god,
was a
man.
busy fucking month for sure. But yeah, just to piggyback on everything that you were saying, this movie really does give you the feel. The acting, even though it's low budget, very, very indie, it did feel pretty polished for what it was. A lot of heavy subject matter in this film that, you know, you blend pretty well with the comedic elements, whether it being dialogue or the way people get killed, because there's some pretty funny things that happen in here. The creature design, of course, is absolutely amazing. Pumpkins are very prominent as well too, and we're both really big Pumpkinhead fans, yeah, so that really ties into that. There's not really a lot of negatives I can say about this film. I don't even think we had any when we were doing a review of it either. I think we were pretty solid across the board for it being an indie film, and I think they said they were working on it for 7 years. Am I correct on
it
that?
was. Yeah, he started shooting it in film school on his phone.
That's
no
right.
way. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely
it's a
a
banger.
film that you all need to check out, and if you want to feel inspired with making a project, whether it's big or small, check this one out. You're definitely going to be like, if they can do it, I can fucking do it. Whether it be minimal showings of a creature or lack of set, because a lot of these sets that are in this film are of, I think, a neighborhood, but they use it in such a way that it feels small but big at the same time, and they use a fucking cornfield, so that's a big plus as well. Oh yeah, it's a great film, great film.
Yeah,
nice.
Highly encourage you to go check it out over on SCREAMBOX.
I'm gonna have to do that now.
Yes, I hope we sold you on it, Anna.
You did. Y'all did.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have on this one. But do you have anything you want to add over there to get us out of here, little man?
Eat your veggies, take your vitamins, say your prayers, brother.
Wash your face.
Wash behind your ears. It's Christmas time. You don't want to be on the naughty list, or else a bunch of little naked elves, old men will come and get you.
Yeah.
Dongs.
Yeah,
Dongs flapping around.
Yeah, in the breeze, just fucking flapping.
Hell yeah.
No, we do have a shirt design that is still that I press by I make these shirts, so I make them with love.
That's so cool.
Derek Eyeball Soup created the design. Looks fucking sick. Eventually,
cool.
we're gonna have to add to it. Eventually,
I wonder why.
We do have limited supply of them. If you're interested, go ahead and message the Baron's Hideout over on Instagram. Dustin will reply, and we'll get you going from there. You do get a little discount if you are part of our Patreon program. Patreon, you can support us over there for as low as $1 a month. Bob, $1, and
hashtag worth it.
See.
Oh, yeah.
What is he gonna say?
We put episodes out super early over there. You guys are going to start getting exclusive content. You get discounts on merch when we do drop it. So I think it's absolutely, and that's really about it. We do have a new episode of Tales from the Baron that we're going to record, which is our brand new anthology series we kind of do. We put together 3 short films to make our own story, which is a fun idea. You know, we'll see where it goes. But this month I found Christmas themed ones, which I'm super stoked on.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is actually from a good friend of mine over from TikTok, so I'm pretty stoked to talk about his short film.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, and then I'm sure we're gonna have one from on here sometime or another.
Yep.
Anna, appreciate you jumping on with us as always.
Yes.
What you got cooking? What you want to talk about with your business and such?
Nothing really new right now. I've been hanging out with the guys over at Give Me Back My Action and Horror Movie some. Yes, Pete. But if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Nerd at the Movies. Think Panic at the Disco without the exclamation mark. Nerd at the Movies. Y'all can go follow me over there. I just like talking about movies. That's kind of my thing anyways. And I'm kind of podcast nomading it up right now, looking for a home. So I might be getting cozy somewhere here soon. You give me these great lead-ins to like really give some good explanation, and I'm like, well, damn, I'm just gonna bare my soul real quick.
Dustin, what do you got, man? What do we got to do to get out of here?
We're just gonna get out of here. We got nothing to do.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's bedtime.
Hell yeah. Well, you know, we're getting really close to that big 5-0 on these SCREAMBOX essential picks, and we got some really cool shit cooking up, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool faces, I will say, on that episode, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here, and for all y'all who are listening and watching, subscribing, and rating us, because as of right now, our rating on Spotify is a 4.7 out of 5.
Yeah!
So let's keep fucking going, guys. You listen to us on those audio platforms, please rate us. Please share it around. It helps a lot, and it gets us more visible on the sites. And do the same thing on YouTube. Go ahead. Like it, leave a comment, share it around. Even on socials, anywhere you guys are watching and or listening, go ahead and do that. It means a lot to us, and it lets us know that you guys are enjoying the show. So thank you to SCREAMBOX for allowing us to do things like this and giving us some early access to certain films. And Anna, thank you so much for being here. And as always, it's always great having you on here as well, man. And we'll see all y'all on the next one.
Later.